Hello and welcome once again to the apartment above the firehouse. I am your host, sitting here still next to my trusty lamp, looking forward to speaking with you. For anyone curious, the Mad Titan has finished his bug squishing. I did have some time last week to investigate, but unfortunately we don't have time to talk about that now. I have a date with my neighbor Mrs. Nesbit for tea at our favorite place, the Emporium. So while I head down there, I will send you to our young correspondent who continues his conversation with two of our dear friends.
The next question for you guys is, what is the most interesting opportunity that hosting DLweekly has brought you guys?
Oh, hands down, the people that we get to meet, whether they're our community members, but also we've got some, I feel they're pretty cool experiences as far as meeting people that we then get to interview and chat with on our show. It doesn't matter if it's someone that was a cast member or, whatever their background is, whatever the reason it is that they're on the show. It's so cool to be able to talk to some of these people. We've had people like former Disneyland ambassadors. We have somebody that was a cast member back when Walt was still alive and at the parks that we're going to be interviewing soon. Just all sorts of stuff.
We had
super
cool. Dylan, who played the genie in Aladdin: A Musical Spectacular, and I remember being starstruck that we were able to get that one. Oh, Teresa's nerding out because she's a little more hesitant to just reach out to people unsolicited. And so she's been busy at work, so I've been trying to fill our interview schedule since we've kind of dried up from all the hard work Teresa's put in. And so I just started randomly messaging people. I'm like, the Disneyland Ambassador account, why not? They didn't get back to us, by the way. But there's a guy named Evan who does a lot of graphic design work for Disney, and actually he was instrumental in doing a lot of the graphics for the was it the Christmas projection show in Disney World this year? So he worked on that. So he's not going to be able to talk about anything he's currently working on, but we're going to kind of talk about some of the projects he has worked on and what his creative process is and that kind of stuff. So that's going to be super cool. We do have we have a listener who is a weekly tier who's amazing, and he's been trying to get us Bob Gurr for 6 months now, and
that would be absolutely
that's going to be really exciting if that comes through. But Bob Gurr's in high demand, so we have to really make a good case. Guy. We just got to give him a bunch of Gurr-tinis, and he'll be fine.
So, Tage, in your background, I see that you have a Disneyland Adventures video game. Am I seeing that correctly?
No, these are the old... They used to have these all the time. I think they still do, but I haven't bought one for a long time. They used to have these printed books. So these, I used to get these. This used to be one of my favorite collectibles from the park, because these things were $10, $9, something like that. And every year they would update them. And they have all this stuff. So this was from the 40th anniversary, and this was the year that Indiana Jones opened. And what they do is each, you open it up, and they have, the welcome thing from Walt, and they've got some pictures of Main Street and stuff. And they've got, they break it down by land, and they've got, great pictures that the Disney photographers go through. And they get pictures, with Pluto with kids and stuff like that. So a lot of cool stuff, and they go through each land, and they kind of talk a little bit about each thing, about each land and everything like that. So it's neat because you get to see what stuff used to kind of look like. So this one, people haven't seen for a long time because for the 50th, they repainted It's a Small World back to the gold and white. Well, this is what it was like for a long time, is it was colorful.
I kind of like that more than the gold and white. I feel like it might because isn't it over by the teacups?
No, it's further back from that.
Yeah, it's further back.
Yeah.
I haven't been. I just need to go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
So I remember this stuff.
You know, so they had like
nice.
when the electrical parade was still going, you know, that kind of stuff. But what's neat is, so this is the one from 95. This is the one from the very first time I went to Disneyland. It was from the late 80s. It looks very late 80s with the colors
Yeah,
and
it does
whatever.
look like.
It is falling apart because it
Oh,
was
no.
shoved around somewhere. And but it has, like, let me see if there's something in here that's totally different than today. Let me see if I can find anything. Well, no, that would have been in the 95 one too. I'm trying to see if there's anything crazy, because this, I think, was the year that Splash Mountain opened. Yeah, I'm missing a bunch of pages because I don't have any of Critter Country. Oh no, sorry, it was called Bear Country, and this was actually before Splash Mountain opened. So
there
Splash
you go.
Mountain wasn't there. Here you go, Teresa. Old school haunted mansion.
Love it. It looks the same,
wow.
but I love
It does. But oh, here you go. You want something that's definitely not there anymore? So this has the People Mover
Yeah.
Oh man,
and the old school monorails and the original
I
subs.
want to go on the People Mover so bad.
Yeah,
So
me too.
for whatever reason I didn't ride it last time I was in Disney World. At least I don't remember riding
And
it.
Teresa, who wouldn't go on the world version of this, because this was when the what is now the Astro Orbiter was up on top of the People Mover platform.
That honestly looks cooler.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
cooler
man.
because it was, like I said, it was up on top. And
I'm just so happy that they got rid of the rocks.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that's just some of the. These are just some of the things I had from like forever ago.
Yeah, well, so after listening to your guys' Disney gaming episode, where I think it was James only, Teresa, I don't think you were on that one. I went out and I'm like, okay, so I need to play Disneyland Adventures. How am I going to do this? So I think, okay, I don't have an Xbox 360. And then I think, wait, my grandparents have an Xbox 360. So I call my grandma, and I'm like, here's the deal. I need this. What can I do to have it? And initially she was like, wash your grandpa's car.
That's a pretty good deal for a Xbox.
For an Xbox, yeah. Plus probably, I'd say 15-ish games, most of which I can't play because rated M. But so and then my grandpa's like, here, I'll give you this not to touch my car. So I end up getting the Xbox for free. Still have not gotten Disneyland Adventures because now I need to track down a Kinect. But then I will enjoy Disneyland Adventures for hours upon hours. My mom's like, what are you doing? Right now I'm walking down Main Street. Talk to you in a second. So I just can't wait until I get that game and I'm just like, oh my gosh. 'Cause I feel like, Tag, I know you were saying that you didn't like that you couldn't just go ride the attractions. And you had to walk, and you had to like use hand motions. Well, I have little siblings that love Disneyland, so this will just be something fun for them.
Sure.
Maybe I can find a way to, I don't know, I feel like I'll probably just do like the motions because it'll be worth it. Or didn't they make it for Xbox One?
I can't remember because James and I played it on the Xbox whatever with the Kinect, and I didn't like that part of it. And then he got a version, I want to say maybe it was the PlayStation version or something, that you didn't need all of that hand motion. You could just play with the controller, and I liked that one a lot better. But yeah, if you want to get the feeling of being in the park virtually, it's a pretty fun game.
So this is a question, it kind of came up in the chat, but if you had to bring 3 things to Disneyland, only 3 things, what would they be? And Teresa, yes, you can choose your ear suitcase thing with multiple pairs of ears, because I know you couldn't go to the park with 1 pair of ears.
I have before, so it can be done. But,
It can't. Okay, it's possible. It is possible.
It is possible. My phone.
I think you
sure.
have
So
to have
then
your
I
phone
can-
now, yeah.
Yep, because then I can take pictures. But then if I like want to meet up with somebody, then I can connect with them. Also, my tickets are probably most likely on my phone. And you need to have the app so you can get your Rise of Resistance
Yeah.
passes.
Oh man, I need to go on Rise.
And then I don't think this counts, but I always have a mini backpack that I wear, so it's not like a super tiny backpack, but it's also not a full-size backpack, somewhere in between those two. I like that. And my wallet, I guess, because you can't really do much if you don't have your wallet.
Yeah, a wallet could be helpful.
Teresa, if you ever used your Apple Pay, you wouldn't even need your wallet because Disney takes
true.
Apple Pay everywhere.
That is true.
So you could you could do that on your phone. You wouldn't even need an Apple Watch, so you could do that.
Yeah.
This is tough because you're only picking 3 things.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm ditching the wallet for my ears then.
So you're doing ears, your phone.
I don't need the backpack if I don't need my wallet now. So, okay, we're going to go back. So I need my phone, my ears.
You need your credit card so you can buy merch.
Well,
but
she
I
could
guess
do
you
it off
could
the
buy
phone.
it with your phone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So
You'd
my
need-
phone with Apple Pay.
You'd need your
ears.
ID, wouldn't you? You'd want to have your ID.
You probably would need to bring your ID just in case.
If you
So I'll take my ears, I'll take my wallet, and I'll take my phone.
That seems pretty that's a good smart choice.
I'm trying to think of stuff that I take with me. Well, I'm definitely going to take my phone, like Teresa said. I'm going to take my... I'm not going to take my wallet because I just will pay for everything off of my... Well, that's not true because I have a Disney redemption card that I use because I have Disney Visa bucks. So I will have to take my wallet. So then I get one more thing. See, I guess I would just say a hat because I like taking a hat because it keeps the sun out of, or my sunglasses. I mean, that's probably a big thing too, because I like keeping the sun out of my eyes, but at the same time, I also like, I would say sunglasses over a hat, I guess, because I feel like I take my sunglasses almost everywhere.
Do you know what's funny is I feel like you and I both don't take very much stuff tags, so having to dwindle it down to just 3 items was really hard. Because usually when I go to the parks, I have my backpack. I have a water bottle because I drink a ton of water when I'm in the parks to make sure I don't get dehydrated. Sunglasses, phone, wallet, ears. That's it.
Yeah, I bring my backpack. I bring my water bottle. I bring like a hat and sunglasses. My phone.
Oh, and a battery pack. That's the other
And a
thing I
battery
forgot.
pack. And then if we're recording in the park that day, I'll bring the microphones and the recorder. But
Right.
that's it.
Right.
Yeah, we don't bring
Yeah.
very much. I like to have a lot of space so I can put crap during the day so I don't have to carry it.
So you can buy
And
stuff.
in normal times, I like using the lockers because I don't like carrying it too long. So what I'll do is for like half the day, I'll use my backpack. And then we'll collect things the first half of the day. And then we'll stop at a locker and I'll put it all in the locker. And then I can put more stuff as time goes. Because I obviously, from my shelf behind me, I like stuff.
Yeah, you like. I mean, who doesn't like stuff?
Well, I told James that when we go this summer that I am allowed to buy one shirt because I was...
How can you do that to yourself?
Because I looked through my closet and I realized that there was a time when I didn't have any Disney shirts, and now literally of all of my T-shirts, I have more Disney shirts than I have non-Disney shirts.
Okay,
And I
so
said, there's too many. I don't wear all of these all the time, and I can buy one, and it has to be something really good. Like I can't just buy a shirt. It didn't help that this last time. What did I buy, Teresa? Like 3 or 4 shirts in like one go.
Did you? I don't even.
Because I bought the
You
blue
got your
one,
sweatshirt.
and I bought the red one, and I bought I think one other one. If they would have had a Touch of Disney shirt, I would have bought one of those, but they didn't really have any
Yeah.
merch. What about you, Thompson?
Yeah.
What would you bring? What are your 3 things?
Okay, this is hard. I don't need an ID. Even if I was an adult, I wouldn't bring an ID because if I'm in Disneyland, I don't need, even if I was an adult, I don't really think specialty drinks are necessary in Disneyland.
They're also outrageously priced.
Yeah, expensive. So I guess that kind of makes it good, but we're getting off track. So I would probably bring my wallet because of money, because being a 6th grader, I don't have Apple Pay on my phone. So I'd probably bring my phone for the Disneyland app. I'd bring my wallet, and I'd bring my pin lanyard with pins on it.
Oh, pin lanyard. That's right. I also I don't go with any pins usually. I usually buy a lanyard and buy pins for that trip. I don't usually wear.
Somehow I don't have that many pins. I don't know how this has happened because I've probably made some poor trading decisions. Okay, so so I'd bring my pins, my wallet, and my phone.
Sounds like a solid option.
Okay, what is going on? Now I need to get back to the questions. Okay, so I kind of know the answer for this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. So, my next question is, have you ever had a Dole Whip?
Heck yes, we have.
What's your favorite Dole Whip, Teresa?
What's my classic?
Classic?
Yep,
Yeah,
I like classic.
I think what did we have? We had something different, didn't we?
Raspberry. We had a raspberry twist.
The raspberry was good. What was the one we had in Animal Kingdom? Wasn't that something different too, or am I crazy?
That was some sort of like float thing.
Yeah, that one was fairly good too. But yeah, the regular Dole Whip is very refreshing and just kind of like it just tastes cold and good and so it's good. I won't say it's like my favorite treat, but it is good.
I also really like the Pixar Parfait that's over in DCA. That's fun to say, Pixar Parfait DCA. That's lemon Dole Whip with like a blue slushy mixed with it. We had those during the D23 trip.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
Those are good too. It's also just like very refreshing and it's not overly sweet.
Yeah.
It's snow-capped lemon.
Exactly.
It's lemon, I swear.
So, yeah.
Welcome to the Himalayas!
So, so I asked this to Ridley Pearson, which I don't know how I ended up getting him, but it was so fun to interview him, especially for a first episode.
Yeah.
Cool.
He was like, you guys should try to get him on your guys' podcast. He was so much fun to have on. He's such a nice guy.
It sounded like a fun episode. I listened to it.
So, wait, what was I saying? I'm really bad at this. Oh, okay. So have you guys pineapple juice or no pineapple juice? Do you guys like the floats? I tried one. I did not like it.
So I have a funny story with this. I always think that I like the floats until I get the float and realize nope, it's just the Dole Whip that I like. But I finally have like remembered solidly like nope, no floats. I know you think that's what you want, but it really isn't what you want. So yeah. I just like the classic Dole Whip.
It was just like too pineapple-y.
Yeah. Floats are
I think I like the classic one too.
Yeah.
Floats are okay if you're sharing, but it's a little bit too much on its own.
I finally figured out I had the same kind of problem with the with butterbeer. Like I couldn't remember the second time I went to Universal. I couldn't remember if I liked the regular or the frozen better. And I like the frozen better. There's just something about the frozen butterbeer that tastes better. And I wish Disney's blue milk was as good as the butterbeer.
Yeah.
However,
I was expecting something cool, but
did we try the green milk or did we only try blue?
We didn't try green. I just tried the blue. Or I tried the thing that like had the blue milk in it. Maybe it was like the frozen blue milk.
That's right.
Because it had like the cookie thing at top, and I thought the cookie was good, but I didn't like the drink.
That was the blue band stuff.
Yeah.
At Oga's.
Yeah, I feel
You
like
got the best drink at Oga's because I bought whatever you bought afterwards.
Fuzzy Tauntaun? I don't even remember what it was.
I think it was the Fuzzy Tauntaun.
Yeah, I tried, so on the topic of, we're getting off topic, but butterbeer, I was really into Harry Potter in the 2nd grade. So I had like a Harry Potter birthday, and I don't know if you guys have a Whole Foods, if you guys have ever heard of that, but it's...
Yeah.
So they used to sell butterscotch beer. So it's not like an alcoholic beverage. It's like I was able to have it, and it was
Like root
good.
beer, right?
It's like root beer, but it's like butterscotch. So it was like a knockoff butter beer, but it was really good. So I enjoyed having that because it was just like, yeah.
What an excellent conversation that was. As excellent as the tea I just had with Mrs. Nesbitt. Thank you for listening today, and I look forward to running into you here again soon. Perhaps on the next installment of The Apartment Above the Firehouse. What's that, Mrs. Nesbitt? Cookies? I'm on my way.